my friend Carlo here, he's a really handsome guy. I invite all Vietnamese women to come and say hello to him.
We don't have problems.
There are a lot of people.
Number 11, Tinh Thành Sang. Number 20, Christopher Ducker. Number 1, Trevor Hughes. Number 12, Justin Young. Number 22, Corey Celia. Number 33, Kyle Barra. Our captain, number 13, Murphy Benasauchi. And the head coach of Saigon Heat is Mr. Kyle Julius. Assistant coach is Mr. David Singleton. Xin được giới thiệu giám sát viên và tổ trọng tài của trận đấu ngày hôm nay. Commissioner referees for this game are Mr. Lê Việt Đức, Mr. Brida Monmi, Mr. Jonard Garcia, Mr. Wei Chong Chu. Và xin mời tất cả mọi người chúng ta hãy cùng đứng dậy để làm lễ chào cờ. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you all please rise for the national anthem. Quốc ca. Vâng, xin cảm ơn các bạn cổ động viên và xin mời hai đội bắt tay nhau. Two team, please shake hands.
Import Maxi Esho now sporting the purple of the CLS 9. Should be a good homecoming for him as he is familiar with the coaching staff and a lot of the staff here inside the CIS gymnasium. Coach, it was a big shift in terms of rules in the APL. A bunch of players were allowed to have their homecoming as we now take a look at the starters for the Saigon Heat. Any surprises here, Coach?
No surprises. Saigon Heat has a pretty good team in terms of their bench and their overseas heritage players. They're starting a versatile lineup. Justin Young, who's a veteran BBA player, an ASEAN player, and Corey Celia, the other overseas Vietnamese player, will start. He's a guy that can space the floor, can knock down three-point shots, and a good defender.
And now the starting unit for the CLS Knights. There are 3 imports alongside we have in the entire league.
Well, I can tell you from experience, this place gets really loud. It's a smaller facility in terms of the ceiling is a little bit lower, so it holds the sound in really nice. And as the play gets going, the physicality, the intensity, you'll see that from the fans as well.
All right, we have tip-off now. First possession belongs to the Saigon Heat.
You see right away they're going to Bernatowski. They're going to hit him on a flare screen. and they're featuring their imports in their first possession.
Bernardowski looking to attack. Goes for the three-point shot. A little too strong. Rebound contested by a couple of Knights as they win their first possession. Wong Wei Long bring the ball down.
That'll be an interesting matchup to see Trayvon Hughes versus Wong Wei Long. We'll watch that here throughout the game.
Maxi Esho spinning away from the defense and scoring the first basket of the game.
No surprise, CLS Knights want to get easy points in the paint. I expect them to do a lot of that throughout the game.
Hughes uses a high ball screen. There's a switch, and then they switch back. Bernatowski, his pass altered. So you are dealing with an athletic bunch of defenders for CLS who can all jump, can all run. So it will be very hard to penetrate their defense.
It will. You'll see a lot of pick and pop like you saw there. Kyle Barone at the screen and he popped. They want to stretch the defense out and see if they can hit some outside shots.
So initially switch will be the defense for the CLS Knights in terms of ball screens as they force another miss from the outside. Nothing in the shaded area yet in the first minute of the ball game for the Saigon Heat.
Yeah, again, no surprise there either. You know, we know the Saigon Heat wants to shoot a lot of outside shots. They're shooting them early. We'll see if they start to fall.
Wong Wei Long attacks the layup. It's good. His first 2 points as a member of the CLS Knights.
Long always showing a lot of poise as a point guard, unfazed by the venue or the competition.
Oh, good pass behind the back as they draw the first foul of this contest.
That's a nice pass by Bernatowski, former Canadian national team player. His first time here playing in Southeast Asia. There's a lot of buzz around him here in Ho Chi Minh City, and he made a nice play there.
Very good shooter, but also high IQ player as he found Barone driving in for the first 2 free throws on this contest.
Yeah, that's the difference this year with the makeup of the imports.
Yeah.
Coach Julius told me a couple of days ago that he really, really likes the basketball IQ of his 3 imports, and that's something that he really looked for when selecting this team.
Barone takes the second hand of his free throw.
Interesting matchup here, Monte Brandon versus Justin Young.
Yeah. Oh, Hurt tries to nail it from downtown, misses. Wong Wei Long, good pass to Hurt. Hurt with a slam dunk.
There's Wong once again with that great court vision, and Hurt gets the easy one.
So as you said, the offense of Saigon is mostly composed of their outside shooting, but a lot of attacks into the shaded area for the CLS Knights.
That's right, and we'll expect that all throughout the game as we see Murphy Bernatowski's first 3-point shot as an ABL player.
One of many. Surely, as he is an outstanding 3-point shooter. Hurt will try again. 2 misses from him, but a big rebound. His put back, another offensive rebound possibly. It's another one for Brandon. And this one, he drilled. So the effort on the offensive glass right there for CLS.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge all night for Saigon Heat to keep the Knights off the glass.
It's going to be a challenge, though, to defend the 3 ball for the Knights. As is the second one drilled by the home team in the first 3 minutes of this contest. 8-7 is the score in favor of CLS.
It's one of those games, you get a layup, I get a 3-pointer.
Maxi Esho has a size advantage. That is an easy shot to make for him. Hughes, maybe a foot smaller than Esho.
That's a good move by Maxi Esho. He can go right and left. He's got a lot of length. He's quick. And Saigon Heat can't afford for Trayvon Hughes to get in foul trouble. That's one. He's got to back up. He's got to move his feet, or he's just got to get out of the way.
Maxi Esho, former world import for the Saigon Heat, helped them make it into the quarterfinals, where they ultimately were eliminated. Now they're hoping to build a good start here in the 9th season.
That's a little surprising to see Wong give Trayvon Hughes full court pressure. I'm quite impressed with that.
Bernatowski, another 3, good again.
He's got a sweet stroke, good arc on his shot. There he is. 2 3-pointers early in the first quarter.
How do you defend him better if you were the CLS Knights?
Well, he's a left-handed shooter, so you got to get on his left hip, really close out on him, and make him put the ball on the floor.
But a good reply, though, coming from Maxi Esho as he sinks a long two to give us team a 3-point lead. Bernatowski, you know, the defense is now paying attention as they're all over him, trying to prevent him from sinking another 3 ball.
Yeah, just like I said, Maxi Esho recognized that Bernatowski had a couple of threes, so he smothers his left hip, tries to make him put the ball on the floor, use his quickness, try to rattle him a little bit, get him off his mark.
So it is Bernatowski leading the charge for the Saigon Heat, as this is a kick ball. And he set the shot clock to 14.
And you can see there, that's really good interior defense. Hughes gets into the paint, and there's 2 or 3 bodies.
Yeah.
Hurt, the wide body makes himself big, closes down passing lanes very well.
Bernatowski looking for the inbound pass. They're in trouble here as they turn the ball over. 1-1 break, Wong Wei Long goes reverse, overshoots the mark. Completed stop for the Saigon Heat. Hughes with a hesitation. Drop pass stolen. That's another completed stop. The interior defense has been outstanding for the CLS Knights. Maxi Esho all the way for 2 with a foul.
Too easy, Maxi Esho, when he gets inside the paint. He's very creative. He can finish with right, left. He can go both ways. And he's off to a quick start against his former team.
And this is a big guy who likes running the floor.
He does. He likes running the floor. He likes to get points in the paint. He can shoot. He's really athletic. And he's a problem in the opening minutes here of the first quarter.
Another former Saigon import had a big performance upon his return here to the CIS arena. We're talking about Lenny Daniels, which ended up as the lone win of the Formosa Dreamers last season. Maxi Esho trying to do the same.
Well, maybe Maxi and Lenny had a discussion before today's game. He gave him a few pointers on how to win as a road team at CIS.
Hughes using the screen, pulls up for 3. Strong. Rebound for Hurt.
That's a good look. Came off the screen. He made the right read. The shot just didn't go down.
9 points already for Maxi Esho very early in this game. Wong Wei Long loses the ball. No one else touched it.
Good defense. Good hedge there by Kyle Barone. It generates the turnover. And now the Saigon Heat will look to get a bucket back and close the gap.
Surely it will be a challenging ball game for Barone, as he is dealing with a lot of big bodies inside.
It will be, and as you can see, Barone, he likes to play a little bit more on the perimeter, although he's inside right now, but you'll see him shoot a lot of threes as well.
Barone misses with a tip-in. 2 good looks, not falling for the Saigon Heat. 16-10, a 6-point lead for the visiting CLS Knights. That's a good move coming from Jawato.
That's what Jawato does. He gets in the paint, he uses athleticism, and he can finish around the rim. You got to make him shoot the outside shot. See if he can hit one there before he puts the ball on the floor.
Another missed 3-point shot, this time courtesy of Justin Young.
And that's not Justin Young's shot. He's not known as a shooter. He's really good inside the paint, and that's what CLS wants to do. They want to force him to shoot outside shots.
Hurt will try again. This time he banks it home as they build an 8-point lead. What a start for the visitors. The Knights up, 10 now, 20-10.
And they're off to a hot start. Saigon Heat really struggling defensively right now.
A long 3-point shot. Will miss for Bernatowski.
That's a tough shot when your team's struggling down 10 early. That's the kind of shot that the defense wants you to take when things are going their way.
But he was practicing those shots earlier, right, Coach?
He was hitting them almost at half court at a high clip, but it's different in practice than it is during the game.
Brandon. This pass stolen by Bernatowski. Forward pass now to Hughes. One-on-one against Wong Wei Long. He has the speed advantage. He goes in, kicks it out. Good ball rotation. 3-point shot from the corner. Won't work. And look at Hughes fight for that offensive rebound. He will lose it though to Brandon.
Yeah, that's something Saigon Heat's going to need. They're going to need their 2-guard to hit some shots this year.
Corner 3 for Jawato. No. Bernatowski with the board.
Now that's, again, another great look by Wong.
Another open corner 3. This time it falls.
Corey Celiac can really shoot the basketball. didn't have a great season in the VBA as he was coming off injury, but in college he was nearly a 40% three-point shooter back in the States.
Cuts it down to a 7-point deficit, 20-13 for the visitors. Long way long. With 8 seconds remaining in the shot clock. They're looking for Maxi Esho. Bernatowski all over him. Esho with 2 remaining, steps back for 3, no. Battle for the loose ball, won by Barone.
Good defensive possession there by the Saigon Heat.
Barone, one-man fast break, that's good. Coast to coast for Barone.
That's what Barone can do. He's got a lot of different moves. He's crafty around the rim. He can shoot the ball and he can finish with both hands.
5-0 spurt for the Saigon Heat. Cuts their deficit in half. Brandon handling against Barone. Three post for Hurt.
You'll see Justin Young is a pretty good defender.
That was a solid defensive play. And as you said, Jawato doing the things that he usually does, winning extra possessions for a squad.
Well, like you said, the Saigon Heat switched there. They got Justin Young on Stephen Hurd, and he did a pretty good job. Holding his ground in the post there.
20-15 is the count in favor of the CLS Knights. We have a timeout on the floor. A couple of locals checking into the ball game right now for the CLS Knights, and their shooter Santi Cornyawan and their substitute big man Nugroho. Let's see how that comes into play as Maxi Esho once again misses from the outside.
And a couple of new guys in for Saigon Heat, Sang Din and Chris Durker.
What can you tell us about those guys, Coach?
Well, Chris Durker is a big body, Vietnamese American. You can see he almost looks like an import, that 6'7" frame. And Sang Din is the Swiss Army knife, high energy Vietnamese American player who can do a lot of different things.
Good defense from Bernatowski taking the ball away. They locate Barone. Drives baseline, draws contact, and gets the bucket against Nugroho.
Good move by Kyle Barone. His ability to shoot the three-pointer was able to set up that dribble drive to the basket, and he takes the contact, gets the conversion. And Saigon Heat now on a 7-0 run, possibly an 8-0 run pending the free throw.
We're down by 10, but they are showing some poise at the early part of this game. Still 2 minutes remaining in your first quarter of action. Once again, we're coming to you from the CIS Arena in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, as Barone completes the N1 play.
Hot start by both teams, but it looks like the game's starting to settle in. Saigon's gotten a couple of defensive stops in the last 2 possessions. Let's see if they can continue.
Hidayat has possession, replacing Long Way Long. Maxi Esho spins the other way. Turnaround jumper is money.
That's a tough shot by Esho. You can see right away the CLS Knights are going to Maxi Esho. He seems to be their #1 option.
Hidayat a little too close for comfort there as he's called for a personal foul.
Yeah, that's an unnecessary foul. It puts him 4th team foul, and the next foul would be shooting free throws. That's one you'd like to avoid, see him avoid as a coach.
But Hidayat, his role is really to be a pest on defense against Hughes. That is what he is in for. Hughes attacks. He knows he has the speed advantage. Wins it! One back dunk is gone for Barone.
That's a great job of Barone not giving up on the play. It looked like Hughes had an easy one, but there's Barone to clean up his mess.
So now some interior points being scored by the Saigon Heat, varying up their offense. Good pass inside. Nugroho hits the short hook.
Yeah, just a missed rotation there by the Saigon Heat. 2 guys jumped on the perimeter, and I left the roller wide open.
24-20, a 4-point advantage for the visiting CLS Knights. Barone for 3. No. Rebound for Brandon.
I know he's a 6'10" big man, and it looks like it's not a good shot, but that's a shot that Barone can hit.
Nugroho being a presence here, giving Hurt some rest and scoring a couple of baskets in very limited minutes in the opening quarter.
2 big buckets. That's very, very good job of coming off the bench. We thought bench play would be a factor, a key to the success of the Knights.
Look at Coach Brandon Rossum telling his team to slow it down. They are a half-court setup kind of team.
Yeah, they are, and this is a final shot situation. Monte Brandon takes the ball to the rim. He misses looked like an easy one, and now Saigon Heat's going to get the last shot.
Then attacks middle, goes to Barone, catches it. The fails to convert on his buzzer-beating attempt. A hot start for the CLS Knights, but a good reply coming from the Saigon Heat. They were down by as much as 10 points, but Barone carried their offense late in the opening quarter as they slowly inch closer. A big performance coming from Saigon Heat. Ex-import Maxi Esho, who is already with double digits, 12 points in the contest, as CLS brings a 6-point lead heading into the second quarter of action.
Ini jangan pakai mikir. Nih, fit Mi, 50 kali doang. Bisa gitu.
Fit Mi, makan mie, jangan mikir.
Saigon Heat. Coach, run us through some of the numbers that dictated what happened in the first 10 minutes.
Well, both teams came out firing. CLS jumped out to score 20 points in the first 7.5 minutes. We thought they were going to play slow, but they came out and attacked. I think the game's going to settle in a little bit more. You're going to see them run a little bit more of a possession game.
Maxi Esho leading all scorers with 12 points. 10 rebounds in the game for Brandon. The other import, Kurt, back in the ball game now, posting up. Kicks it out. Hidayat fakes the three. Step back jumper. Shot, nothing there. Barone with a rebound.
Good defense. Good job of defending the post and forcing a guy that's not known as a shooter to take the shot.
On the other side for Saigon, it was Bernatowski with 8 points and Barone with 6 to lead the attack for the Saigon Heat as a foul is called here against Hidayat. That is number 2 for the guard.
Well, it's an interesting lineup for Saigon Heat. Trayvon Hughes is on the bench. No real point guard into the Saigon Heat, so let's see who's going to handle the ball and run the offense.
Rebounding, coach, a big advantage for the CLS Knights so far.
No surprise, they're bigger, more athletic inside. They're probably going to win the rebound margin by a significant amount.
Bernatowski kicks it out. Justin Young attacks middle. Another kick-out pass, and they run out of time.
Yeah, and that might be some of the effect that I mentioned. Not playing with Trayvon Hughes, not having a real floor general. It might take a few minutes to see how this lineup shakes out while Trayvon Hughes is on the bench.
The length and activity of CLS on defense being a problem for the Saigon Heat. As Hidayat, good pin down screen there, and the result is a wide open 3.
Well, he's definitely not shy on either end of the floor, and that's a big shot to give the CLS Knights a 9-point lead.
Coach, the locals off the bench are showing up big time for CLS.
Yeah, we thought coming into the game that the Saigon Heat locals were going to have the advantage, but right now it's the CLS Knight locals that are playing better.
This coming from Justin Young, another 3-point shot attempted by the Saigon Heat. 29-20, a 9-point lead. Kurt goes to Brandon. He has a size advantage. He asks for the clear out. Double team waiting for him. One triple team there from the weak side coming from Barone, but he runs out of space, could not chase the ball. It will remain with the Knights.
Yeah, it's pretty clear what the CLS Knights want to do. They want to get the ball inside. They want to use their size and pound down the Saigon Heat and try to get easy buckets.
10 seconds remaining in the shot clock for the Saigon Heat. Brandon has the ball against Bernatowski. Santi Cornyawan for 3. Misses. Barone with the board.
That's a missed opportunity. When Sandy gets the ball out there, he can really knock it down.
Bernatowski looking to get going after hitting a couple of 3-point shots in the first quarter. Good up fake as he draws the foul.
That's a good play by Bernatowski. He used his craftiness to draw the foul. But you can see there, Monte Brandon had him one-on-one. He stopped him. He just got a little anxious defensively, and he committed the foul.
3-point shooting in favor of the Saigon Heat, of course, as they've converted in 4 of their first 12 shots from the outside. But CLS has been dominating the shaded area, already 18 points coming from the shaded lane.
Not only 18 points, but they already have a double-digit rebound margin. And if that doesn't change, and that margin continues, it's going to be tough for Saigon Heat.
Bernatowski trying to put some pressure on Brandon. But he quickly decides against it. 29-21, an 8-point lead for the CLS Knights. Hidayat gives the ball down low to Nutroho. Posting up against Bernatowski. And the ball swiped away from him. It will remain on their side.
Yeah, good defense there. Bernatowski holding his ground. I don't think that's the matchup that the CLS Knights want. Going against Bernatowski there in the post, unless it's with Stephen Hurt or one of their other bigger bodies.
But early on, I think the coach wants to give their locals some touches here in the game.
Yeah, you want to get your locals involved, get them some confidence, get them some touches, and see what they can do.
Good steal here. Opportunity for the Saigon Heat. And what play? Converted.
That's a nice play by Chris Durker, making his debut in the ABL. See, he got the body of an import, 6'7", very athletic, very strong, and that's a nice play by him.
Quick hands coming from Durker.
Durker's a highly touted Vietnamese player. He's a guy that the Vietnamese basketball culture has been looking at for several years, and he made his debut in the VBA this season. Heritage Player of the Year, and now he's making his ABL debut for the Saigon Heat.
Bucks their deficit down to 5, 29-24. Long way long back to check back into this ball game. Maxi Estro against Bernatowski. Hidayat gives it to Hurt. Another three-point shot for the big man. Refuses to fall.
That's three-point shots for Stephen Hurt. That's not something I expected coming into the game.
Only 7 attempts from the outside. And then 3 of those belong to your big man. That's not a good look.
No, yeah, you think you'd want to put him inside the restricted area, but, you know, like many big fellas, he likes to sit outside.
Marone using his strength from the outside to throw the defense off and score inside instead. It's now a timeout requested by the CLS Knights. Their lead is down to just 3 points, 29-26.
Yeah, and he had a short stint in the VBA last season. I got a chance to know him. He's a great guy, got a real calm demeanor. He's a player's coach, and I think he'll do really well with the CLS Knights.
So far, so good for them and the rest of their locals. A bunch of new players for them working out well, at least in the first few minutes of their game against Saigon Heat.
Once again, we see the road teams coming out hot in ABL 9.
That's Hong Kong Eastern beating the Wolf Warriors. And then you have the Mono Vampire losing their first game at home against the Macau Black Bears. And earlier in the day, Singapore Slingers suffering a loss to the Formosa Dreamers, who have already matched their win output in the entire season last year.
Well, they're 100% better than they were at the start.
Outstanding start for the Dreamers as Hurt. That's more like it, but the defense is all over him, still getting the offensive rebound and the putback.
Hurt has to just tell himself it's just too easy for him at the rim. He doesn't need to be shooting threes. He can get easy buckets at the basket.
So 2 referees calling it differently. One calling it a foul, the other an offensive variety. So they converge and they talk things over to come to an agreement.
Yeah, I saw the play. I saw, was it Barone that looked like he had taken a hit from Stephen Hurt? But the referees looked like they saw it in a different way. Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw Hurt make the initial hit. You can see Barone and Hurt talking about it.
I like the discussion. You know, you want to get things right. As the 3 referees all talked it out, ball will remain with the Saigon Heat, 18 in their shot clock.
Yep, that's all we ask for as coaches, is get the call right, even if it takes a couple extra minutes.
Oh, the pass was bothered there, but Saigon recovers. Bernatowski attacking baseline. He has a size advantage against Wong Wei Long. His cross-court pass goes to no one as Justin Young dove to the middle. Bernatowski thought he was going to pop out for 3.
That's great defense by Kurniawan. He held Bernatowski, kept him out of the paint, and forced the turnover.
Big rebounding advantage for the CLS Knights, 18-9. Their size advantage really showing here in the first minutes of this contest. Wong Wei Long dumps the ball down low. Hurt makes his move, spins. Good defense there. Another offensive rebound, but he will miss the putback anyway.
Yeah, still a much better shot. I thought he might shoot that three again, but he made the wise choice. He just couldn't get it to fall.
Hughes with the spin move, kicks it out to Barone. Good extra pass to Justin Young for the slam.
Yeah, Justin Young's really good at that. He can score inside the paint. He's athletic. He's strong. And we'd like to see Justin Young get a few more buckets like that rather than shoot from the outside.
When your big man is a constant attacker, it opens things up for the wing. As it's just a 3-point lead now for CLS. Make that 5 with Maxi Esho sinking that baseline jumper.
That's a really good shot by Esho. Good defense by Chris Durker. Better offense by Esho.
14 points in the game for Maxi Esho. Bernatowski for 3. Rattles out. Rebound hurt.
Yeah, he had the first look. He double pumped and missed the second one.
Nawato recklessly attacking and scoring quickly on the other side.
That's a really good take by Jawato, recognizing that he had the defense. He had Barone on his heels. He attacks the rim and gets the conversion.
Hughes up top, goes to Bernatowski. Shot clock reads 10. Past halfway here in the second quarter. Hughes could not shake off Wong Wei Long. Hughes picks up his dribble. An outstanding defense from CLS. Forces another 24-second shot clock violation.
Well, early on, Wong is playing exceptional. That was a question mark coming in. I thought Trayvon Hughes would have a major advantage. That CLS would have to game plan to try to help Wong with Hughes, but so far, Wong's really holding his own on both ends of the floor.
As you said, this is a seasoned veteran here in the ASEAN Basketball League. He gets the pass down low. Wong Wei Long had the ball stripped away from him. Hughes pull up 3 in transition, hitting all glass. Bernatowski goes the other way. The defense was all over him that time.
Yeah, good defense by Hurd. CLS gets a chance to extend their lead.
Jawato kicks it out to Hurd. Pull-up jumper is good. So he might be missing his 3-point shots, but his mid-range jumpers are falling for him.
Yeah, we like to call that area where he shot from the logo area, where you see the logo on the floor. And it looks like he's got logo range, we like to say.
Justin Young, 3-point shot, no good. But Durker with the offensive rebound. Good pass down low. Outstanding look coming from Durker.
Yeah, Saigon Heat's going to need more of that. Durker and Young are both athletic, big body guys, and they need to make plays like that to keep Saigon Heat in the game.
Brandon locating Maxi Esho. Goes baseline. That was too easy for Maxi.
Oh, he's getting a lot of buckets. He's having a really strong first half in his return to Ho Chi Minh City.
9-point lead once again for the CLS Knights, 39-30. They get 2 points right back here coming from Bernatowski.
That's a really nice move. Good job of getting to the paint and a better job of finishing.
Bernatowski keeping his team in the game. But they need to make a move in the final 3 minutes, as coaches really prefer having momentum heading into the halftime break.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, the game slowed down a little bit. This favors CLS Knights. They're running the shot clock down, and Monte Brandon gets an and one. That's a big play for him and the CLS Knights.
Brandon adds on to their advantage. He can make it a double-digit lead with a bonus free throw, which he will take after this timeout from the Saigon Heat. Saigon Heat at 41%, as they have taken 15 3-point attempts already.
Monte Brandon, listed as their shooting guard, already has 10 rebounds.
He missed the bonus free throw though, as this lead will remain at 9 for CLS. Bernatowski for 3. Rattles out, Hurd with the board.
That's a good look. He can knock it down. Just rattled in and out.
Jawato. That was a bad shot until it fell in.
That's one of those, as a coach, you say, no, no, no. Yes, good shot.
3-point make for Jawato, with Durker muscling inside but missing. Wong Wei Long bring the ball down for CLS. Slowing it down just a little bit.
See Wong, always under control, sees the floor, knows exactly where his teammates are.
There's the pass. Maxi Esho, one dribble, pull-up jumper, good for three. Back-to-back three-point shots coming from the Knights.
Maxi Esho is really playing well offensively in this first half.
Esho's dominating, 19 points in the game. That's a foul there, clear one. As Barone was still strong enough to convert on the basket anyway.
Yeah, good move by Barone. That's a basket Saigon Heat really needed as they cut the lead to 13. Try to get a little bit of momentum before the end of the half. And they can regroup at halftime and come back out and make a charge.
13-point advantage to be brought down by Barone, who is now on the free throw line for the bonus.
Yeah, Saigon Heat's got to figure out how to get stops on the defensive end. They're giving up too many easy baskets inside the paint. They had a good stretch early in the second quarter, and they've got to get that defensive mindset back that they had a little bit earlier in the game.
Brandon asking for some motion on offense. Zawato uses the screen from Esho. Kicks it out to Hurt. Pull-up jumper. Not this time, but Brandon really active on the offensive glass. He attacks, goes for it himself, and scores again.
Monte Brandon really showing his athleticism for the CLS Knights. Gets another rebound and another second chance bucket.
I mean, you have two great big men in Hurt and Esho in terms of rebounding, and you have wings very active also in getting rebounds in Zawato and Brandon.
Well, Stephen Hurt's listed as the center and Monte Brandon as the shooting guard, but to me it looks like it's a role reversal. We've seen Hurt shoot a lot of threes and Brandon getting points in the paint.
Zawato another three, not this time.
Yeah, I'll give Jawato a little bit of credit there. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll say that was a 2-for-1. There's 36 seconds left on the game clock before we head into halftime.
You're very kind, Coach. You're a nice guy.
That's part of the game. 2-for-1s. I think I saw him look at the clock.
Bernadowski attacking and missing. He scored a three-point shot early on, but now he's called for the frustration. Loose ball foul.
And not in the bonus. Still 26 seconds left. Brian Rawson will use a timeout, try to regroup, and get a good last shot before heading into the half.
Buzzer sounded a good 30 seconds before they were ready to check back into the ball game.
I think I took a nap in between. Time they sounded the buzzer.
Wow, miss from the free throw line for Bernadowski.
Yeah, missed opportunity. That could have changed the momentum a little bit before heading into the half. I expect the Knights to take the last second shot, run the clock all the way down, try to get the ball inside and maybe get an easy one and take a double-digit lead heading into the half.
I don't know what Coach Brian was complaining about, because the referees gave him all the time to get back on the floor. They just failed to do it quickly enough for that technical.
I think they were talking about his bright green shirt that he's wearing.
9 seconds remaining. Brandon attacks, strong move, kisses it off the glass and in. This will have to be quick. Bernadowski from the half-court line will not fall. So after the first 20 minutes of action that featured the shooting of the Saigon Heat against the all-around talent of the CLS Knights, it is the visiting team that will take a 13-point lead, 51-38, heading into our halftime break. Check back with us for more of your ASEAN Basketball League.
Makan mie jangan mikir. Nih, Fitri, gak bikin gendut.
Fit Me. Makan mie, jangan mikir.
Lapar. Makan mie jangan mikir. Nih, Fitri, gak bikin gendut.
Fit me, makan mie, jangan mikir.
He's a very good player, and I expect him to get it going in the second half.
Well, he better if they are to overcome this 13-point deficit. As we're ready to restart the action in the second half, it will be Saigon Heat possession to open things up. Down by 13, a quick start would be much needed for them. Celia to Barone. No advantage there. Hughes tries to go baseline against Wong Wei Long, who gets caught with his hand inside the cookie jar. And the 2 free throws coming up for Hughes might just be what he needed to get his rhythm for the game.
Yeah, he needs easy buckets. When you're struggling as an offensive player, the best way to get it going is to get some easy points, and none easier than at the free throw line.
Only 3 points so far in the game for Hughes. 1 of 6 from the field. He makes his first free throw of this ball game.
Well, Hughes got bailed out there. Wong got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, but Hughes had a chance to get to the bucket there. He beat Wong, got to the rim, but then decided to pass it. I'd like to see Hughes take that shot.
There were a lot of plays that look similar to that. Is he too passive in trying to look for his own shot?
Well, he's a high-level, high-IQ, unselfish player, and it appears he's trying to get his teammates going, but he's going to have to be a little bit more selfish and get his own game going.
Foul is called away from play for holding. This one will be whistled against Celia, I think.
Yeah, that's a tough call. I was watching the action inside. I didn't see a lot there. You know, this is a physical game. CLS is banging inside. That's one you could probably let go.
Wong Wei Long will be called for a backcourt violation as Hughes did not touch that ball. A mistake opens up the third quarter for the CLS Knights, exactly what the Saigon Heat needed.
That's right. Some energy on their defense. You saw the explosiveness of Hughes there. He closed that defensive gap, knocked the ball off Wong's foot to generate the turnover.
Hughes now. Will he be more aggressive? Barone gives it back to his fellow import Hughes. Bernatowski. Awkward pass there to Barone for 3. That's good to be the buzzer.
Good possession there. Barone hits a nice 3 to close out the shot clock. But again, I thought Hughes had the shot. He passed up an easy shot. He's got a decisive height advantage on Wong. He can shoot right over him. I'd like to see him take that mid-range shot.
That's a clear foul on Barone as he gambled for the steal. He knew if he did not commit the foul, that would be a two-handed jam for Maxi Esho.
Bernatowski's got a big body. He's got a good 25 or 30 pounds on Maxi Esho. I'd like to see him get a little more physical with Esho. Esho is having his way in the paint. He's hitting shots.
And speaking of more physical, that is exactly what Coach Kyle Julius wants right now. Sending in a physical defender in Durker.
Yeah, Durker's got a big body. And hopefully he can use it against Esho and the other imports on the floor.
Brandon sends it out to Burt. Repose for Brandon. He backs down on Durker. Spins. Good move for the N1 play.
That's a very athletic move by Monte Brandon. Patient in the post. Takes him inside. A little shoulder fake. Drop step. Gets the N1. And that stops a 5-0 Saigon Heat run.
So the size of the CLS Knights make it so difficult for Saigon to double off anyone at this stage.
No, you can't. You can't double off on Brandon. You're going to leave Hurd open. Maxi Esho cutting to the basket. Got 3 athletic imports on their front court. Make it difficult to defend.
Foul whistled on Brandon as he tried to go up for the swipe after the rebound. 53-43. A 10-point advantage for the CLS Knights.
Yeah, early fouls here in the third quarter by both teams. We could see a long quarter if the swing of fouls continues.
For those numbers, 10 points and 11 rebounds for Monte Brandon. Impressive performance for his ABL debut.
I see Saigon Heat again. Their offense is really slow. They walk the ball up the floor. They look a little confused as to what they're running.
Tough angle for Durker. He misses. Rebound for Hurt.
Durker can score inside, but He's not used to playing against 3 guys bigger than him, and that's a tough finish for him.
Wong Wei Long with an aggressive attack, misses, but he will be shooting free throws. Looks like he found a home here in the CLS Knights.
Yeah, I think Wong's playing with a little chip on his shoulder. Many people doubted the move to come to CLS, wondering whether he's a true Indonesian heritage because he's been a decorated Singaporean player for many years. I think he's coming in and proving people that he is a legitimate point guard in this league and he can be a factor.
This is the first free throw though. 2 points and 2 rebounds for this talented point guard. I cannot wait for the games between CLS Indonesia and the Singapore Slingers, especially in Singapore.
I'm going to have to find my way to Singapore to watch that game. But if you look, 8 minutes to go here in the quarter, and the CLS Knights already in the bonus. It could be a long quarter from the Saigon Heat if they keep continuing to foul.
Barone, a long 3. No. Hurt with the board. It's 1 and done for the Saigon Heat as the rebound by the guys in purple.
That's a good look by Barone last possession, but when you're down double digits and you're in the bonus, those threes are do or die. When you miss, the other team comes down and gets a foul and gets to the line. It just makes it a longer game.
Clear foul there committed. Sending Jawato to the free throw line.
Jawato's been really aggressive this game. I like his aggressiveness. I like how he's attacking the rim. He's playing with a purpose. He's using his athleticism. He's taking it right to the teeth of the Saigon Heat defense.
Indonesian basketball was a buzz when it was announced that Jawato will be joining the CLS Knights. And so far, so good for him in his debut.
Yeah, Jawato's playing really well on both ends of the floor. Certainly his athleticism is making a big difference.
Fits right into the activity, at least defensively, of the CLS Knights.
Yeah,
3-point shot for Hughes, nothing there.
That's a good shot. A little bit more ball movement from Saigon Heat.
Sorry, miss inside there. As CLS comes away with it. Forward pass to Jawato. Big bump from Durker. As he will be heading back to the free throw line for 2 more.
Yeah, it's an unnecessary foul. It shows a little bit of Durker's inexperience in playing ABL basketball. He got in good position. He didn't need to hit Jawato. All he had to do was put his hands up and let Jawato try and make a play. You see Chris Durker and Justin Young are very high-level players locally here in the VBA. But the size and the speed of the ABL, it's a much different ball game. It's hard to finish when you've got 7-foot Stephen Hurd, 6'8" Maxi Esho, and 6'8" Monte Brandon in the paint, and even 6'5" Brandon Jawato.
And going up against one import in the VBA is one thing. Going up against 3 in the ABL is a whole other world.
No question. And Brandon Jawato, who's a Division I college basketball player in the United States at the University of Hawaii. Let's see if Trayvon Hughes can get it going. He got a couple of free throws, made some plays early in the quarter, but I want to see him attack more.
They'll show some signs of an old Saigon Heat import in Akeem Scott who can just dominate the game with his scoring. That is what they need right now, some scoring from their guards.
They need some energy. They need somebody with a little determination to really take it at the defense.
Good defense for Barone, but he goes behind the back. Not a good idea against Wong Wei Long.
Yeah, Wong over-penetrated there. He got away with one. Got lucky. The ball got slapped out of bounds by Saigon Heat. The CLS Knights will retain possession.
21 seconds in the shot clock for the Knights. 6 minutes and 43 in a much slower pace third quarter. So it looks like Coach Kyle Julius told his players to focus on their defense. However, they're doing it with physicality and they're being whistled for fouls.
Well, there's Stephen Hurt with yet another three-pointer. That big fella, he likes to shoot it out there.
Has yet to make a 3-point shot in this ball game. Barone makes a move. That's a clear foul. The pushing one from Maxi Esho.
Yeah, it looks like CLS has gone to a zone the last couple possessions. Saigon Heat looking a little uncertain as to what to do. They got a couple of guys high. Saigon Heat needs to send some cutters through the lane and maybe flash the weak side into the middle to try to mix up that zone defense a bit.
Long break for Bernatowski as he is still on the bench for the Saigon Heat.
Yeah, Coach Julius is trying to give him a little rest with that third foul. He doesn't want to get him that fourth foul. And another tough shot by Trayvon Hughes.
Air ball for Hughes. As Maxi Esho will go on the attack. Maxi Esho with a two-handed jam.
Kyle Julius might want to think about a timeout here. That's a high-level move by Maxi Esho, and finishes with authority.
Zone defense 3-2 being displayed here by the CLS Knights. That is the opening. Three-point shot is good for Din.
That's a good shot by Sangdin. He's capable of scoring in streaks, using his energy to impact the game. And I think you can see him get on a roll. Maybe give him another shot or two.
7-point lead for the CLS Knights, Wong Wei Long. Dealing with the defensive use. He uses the screen from Hurt. Jawato pulls up for three. Nothing there. Hurt taps it, but Barone gets it from him. Hughes attacking. Durker, his hook pass stolen by the long arms of Maxi Esho.
That's a tough one-handed pass down the middle of the defense. There's too many big bodies and big hands in the way.
Esho attacks middle again. Gets the layup and the foul.
They've got no answer for Esho. That's just another solid move. You're seeing Esho's versatility, hitting the outside shot, hitting the mid-range, going right, going left, attacking the basket, dunking the ball. He's really playing with a purpose today.
The CLS Knights of Indonesia keeping the Saigon Heat at bay. You know, the home team tried to rally at the start of the third quarter, but it was quickly thwarted. And now Esho is on the line to re-establish their biggest lead of the ball game, possibly at 15 points.
It's just too easy for Esho right now. He's getting whatever he wants in the paint. Like I said, he's going right, going left, going to the line. Saigon Heat's got to come up with an answer for Esho.
Coach, when you talk about efficiency, 10 of 12 from the field from Maxi Esho can't get much better than that.
Yeah, it certainly can. It's a good play by Sangdin, and you know, again, Justin Young going up against the bigger bodies in the ABL. Once he gets used to the size here in the league, I think he'll do a better job at converting those.
Good stop though, coming from the Saigon Heat. Hughes pushing, sends it to the corner. Barone for three. Yes.
Good shot. Interesting strategy. Hughes attacks. Instead of Barone, the 6'10" player running to the basket, he fans out to the three-point line and gets a wide open, easy look.
Let's see if that will get things going for the Saigon Heat. That's the midway mark of your third quarter. Jawato misses with a layup. Big rebound for Bernatowski as Brandon is whistled for the loose ball foul.
Yeah, Saigon Heat got away with one again there. Their screen and roll defense was a mistake. They left a guy running clear to the rim, and Jawato missed an easy one. But Saigon Heat taking advantage of the breaks. Maybe they can get the lead to 10 or even into single digits with this possession.
And that will be exactly what they want heading into the fourth quarter. Pass a few stolen, and this will be another slam dunk for Brandon, extending their lead.
Trayvon Hughes continues to struggle. Gets too deep in the lane, and 5 or 6 hands around the ball, and he turns it over, leads to an easy one.
Monte Brandon has been outstanding for them in this game. But the active defense forcing the turnover from Justin Young.
They haven't figured out that zone yet. It looks like a 1-2-2 zone. They put Monte Brandon at the top, and his length is closing up those passing lanes. Saigon Heat looks confused on offense. I thought Brian Rawson might play a little zone. He did that in the VBA. He played about 30 to 40% zone with his local team, the Ho Chi Minh City Wings. And his zone is showing to be quite effective here in the third quarter.
It starts as a 1-2-2, drops down to a 3-2. Very interesting defensive ploy, but he is not giving the Saigon Heat enough opportunities to hurt him. As Hughes gets the ball back, draws the foul, and he will be shooting 2 more free throws.
Saigon Heat needs more of that. They need to pressure the ball, generate turnovers, try to get some easy baskets, free throws. And once again, maybe this will get Trayvon Hughes going.
We said that a few minutes ago, the first 2 free throws did not. Saigon Heat hoping that these next 2 will.
Yeah, it's just Saigon Heat is not showing a lot of spacing. They look like they've got 3 or 4 guys below the free throw line. So when Hughes gets into the paint or they're looking for a dribble drive, they've got a lot of guys pinned too low. 2 defenders can guard those 3 guys when they're pinned that low. I'd like to see them extend their wings further out, almost to the hash marks, to try to stretch that zone, open up the middle so they can go inside out with some outside shots as well.
And Coach, adding to that point, wouldn't it be better if you look for his own shot first, because that will make him a deadlier passer because the defense will have to commit.
Yeah, these guys, they're smart defenders in CLS. They're sitting on the pass.
Oh, sorry, missed there on the snap from Monte Brandon. Lucky break for the Saigon Heat. Hughes draws another foul.
Yeah, good recognition. He saw Wong out of position, generated the body contact, and once again, he'll try to get some easy points at the free throw line.
Monte Brandon had mean intentions there, but the defense was ready to force the miss. And now Hughes is back on the free throw line.
Still a lot of time left in this game. It's only a 13-point game.
Yep.
Saigon Heat's not playing that well. They're in the bonus. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. If they can get on a little 5-6-point run to end the quarter, get the lead down to 7 or 8 points, they can make it a very interesting fourth quarter.
See the numbers of Trayvon Hughes. The 4 assists are nice, but the 6 points, that's way too low for a world import here in the ABL.
Yeah, maybe he's coming into his own here. I think he looks a little bit more comfortable these last couple of possessions. Again, let's see if he can get on a string of points and will this team on his back.
So we all know that the Saigon Heat have the arsenal to get back into this ball game. The question throughout this matchup has been, will they have the defensive intensity to stop the CLS Knights?
Yeah, that's the big question. Let's see if they can stop him inside. There's an easy inside look right there. Good block by Kyle Barone.
We were looking for defense. That is exactly what Barone presented as another foul is called against Cornyawan. Action heating up there as Maxi Esho
But you see there,
and Hughes got reacquainted.
you see there with Trayvon Hughes, Coach Kyle Julius told me what a high IQ player he is. He sees that they're in the bonus. He knows he's struggling offensively. He can see the defender out of position. He is a smart player. He drives in, draws the body contact, stops the clock, gets points for his team with a chance to cut it to 10.
Referee is approaching our official stable. The foul would be on Sandy Cornyawan. So a double technical between Maxi Esho and Trayvon Hughes. And usually when referees call double technicals, it's to address both teams. Stop it with all the nonsense. Calm down. Let's just play ball.
Yeah, we don't want to see any fisticuffs. And more importantly, the technical foul, that's Trayvon Hughes' third foul. And we've got 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Only Maxi Esho's first foul.
Yeah.
That technical foul and a third personal foul could be a factor.
So 3 locals on the floor now for the CLS Knights. Hidayat, Sandy, and Febri alongside their 2 big imports, Maxi Esho.
Back to that technical foul, Carlo. That's a nothing play. It's just 2 guys talking. There's no pushing. We can't hear what's said, but that's nothing. That's just a warning and a play on. It doesn't warrant giving 2 guys a technical foul.
So now Saigon's defense showing a bit of grit as they cut their deficit down to 10, 63 to 53. Maxi Esho dumps it to Hurt. Hurt, good pass to Febri, extra pass to Sandy Cornyawan for 3. Oh, big shot.
That's what Sandy does. He's a sniper. You can't leave him open. Got to know where he is on the floor at all times. That's a big shot.
Stops the bleeding as they're back to their 1-2-2 zone defense.
But the ball's got to move faster for Saigon Heat.
Hughes for three. That's good. A counter three-point shot for Trayvon Hughes.
Starting to get it going a little bit.
What will the CLS Knights respond with? Maxi Esho. Hidayat. Baseline pass to Febri. Back to Sandy. Shot clock reads 9. Hidayat against Hughes. Reading his options. 4 seconds remaining. Hidayat down to Hurt. Great defense for the Saigon Heat.
Excellent defense by the Saigon Heat. A good job of smothering the baseline, scrambling to close out on the open shooters, and forcing the 24-second shot clock violation. And now with 2 minutes to go, a little less than 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
Now when Wong Wei Long takes a break, it is up to Hidayat to make sure that their offense will still be running at a high level for CLS.
Yeah, it looks like that last possession they were using Hidayat as a spacer. They had him in the corner. They ran the offense for Maxi Esho, but he couldn't get anything going for them.
Hughes heating up late here in the third quarter. His pass goes to no one. Miscommunication there between him and Bertowski.
That's a mistake by Hughes. Kyle Barone's wide open at the top of the key. They tell you don't swing the ball cross court. Swing it to the top, make the defense rotate, and then either swing it back or reverse the ball.
Could be a costly error against Saigon Heat as they were slowly gaining momentum. Febri misses with the lip, but over the board.
Good move, just couldn't finish at the rim.
Trayvon Hughes, good pass down low. Bernatowski sends it out to Barone for three. No, rebound for Hughes. Another opportunity here for the Saigon Heat. Hughes is fouled. 2 more free throws for him.
I'd like to see in that situation, Carlo, off the offensive rebound, scramble situation, Hughes has a mismatch.
Yeah.
Anybody that the CLS Knights puts on Hughes is a mismatch. He needs to fan out his team, take the ball, keep the naked side open, and attack the rim. He gets a couple of free throws here with a chance to cut the lead down to single digits.
That one's on you, coach.
Yeah, I've been known to do that every now and then.
Free throw number 9 for Trayvon Hughes. A bunch of them here in the third quarter.
I'm not just a coach, I'm also a jinx.
The second one is good. As their deficit is down to 9. But can they completely swing the tide and gain momentum heading the fourth quarter?
It's a critical last minute of the third quarter. Let's see if the Saigon Heat can get a couple stops. Let's see if Maxi Esho takes control.
Esho misses, Barone with the board. This is a big opportunity for the Saigon Heat. Hughes pushing. Hughes blocked by Febri.
That's a good block, but it looked like a lot of arm. But they say hand is part of the ball.
Oh, they leave Febri unmarked. The locals scoring 2 points inside.
If Saigon Heat hurries up here, they get a chance, possibly a chance for a 2-for-1.
Now it's too late for the 2-for-1. But a 3-point shot will not work. Barone with the offensive rebound. Hughes will try his luck, and he will connect from downtown.
Big shot by Hughes. He's getting it going now. He's got a nice close to this third quarter. Now Saigon Heat needs to get a stop before the end of the quarter to keep it at an 8-point lead.
4 seconds remaining. Maxi Esho for three. No. Good end to the third quarter for the Saigon Heat as they've managed to cut their deficit down to just 8 points.
Ini jangan pakai mikir. Nih, Fit, 50 kali doang. Bisa gitu?
Fit Me. Makan mie, jangan mikir.
Here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, the home team Saigon Heat coming alive in the third quarter, but they are still down by 8 points against the CLS Knights, the visitors from Indonesia.
Well, this first part of the fourth quarter is an important stretch, Carlo. Both Wong and Esho are on the bench for the CLS Knights. They brought Ponte Brandon back in the game. It's going to be a critical couple of minutes while they rest two of their key players.
The away teams are 3-0 to start the 9th season of the ASEAN Basketball League. Can the CLS Knights keep it going, or will the Saigon Heat overcome this deficit to be the first home team to score a victory? And a good stop here to start the fourth and final quarter for the Heat.
Yeah, good defense there. Way to smother the paint as they force CLS into a turnover. And now they got a chance to cut the lead even more.
Hughes came alive in the third quarter. Can he dominate? Hughes, good pass to Brynatowski, who scores for the layup.
Explosive play by Hughes. Gets to the rim, draws the big defender. That makes the easy dump off to Brynatowski, and now a 6-point lead.
5 on the floor for the CLS Knights. Hurt, Hidayat, Febri, Sandy, and Brandon. Hurt, backing up. His pass goes to Sandy, catches it, but throws it to the wrong man.
Yeah, Coach Lawson must have heard me because he's quickly getting Wong back into the game.
Oh, Hughes goes all the way for two. 4-0 start for the Saigon Heat as the entire CIS arena is pumped up right now. The fans here inside the CIS arena fueling the Saigon Heat as Hughes with impressive numbers now, 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists.
That's the old slogan for the Saigon Heat. Fuel the Heat. From back in the day.
I know my ABL history, coach.
You sure do.
They're getting a lot more coming from their import now. Only had 3 points in the first half of action. Heading 15 from the third and early here in the fourth.
Yep.
Long way long with a sneaky layup. That will not work. Hughes pulls up for 3. No.
I'm okay with that shot. Sometimes fans will see a shot like that and they'll say, why take the quick shot? But he's playing well right now. He's getting it going. We call that a heat check. I've got no problem with that shot.
If he sank that shot, the roof would have been blown out of this arena for sure.
They would have cut it to a 1-point game and made the last 8 minutes very interesting.
Exo has the ball against Brynatowski. Maxi steps back for the long two, rattles out. Barone has been doing a great job of taking care of the rebound.
Yeah, the Knights have stopped moving the ball.
Another layup for Hughes as he is unstoppable in attacking the lane.
The Knights have really stopped moving the ball. They're keeping it up at the top. Esho's taken a couple of questionable shots the last few possessions, and they need to get the ball back inside.
The bump is called on Hughes. That's foul number 4 for him.
That's right. That's that technical foul that we saw earlier. Now looming is Hughes gets his 4th foul with just under 8 minutes left in the game.
So he will have to be very careful not to commit his 5th. We still have about 8 minutes remaining in this contest. Maxi Esho trying to attack baseline. There was no advantage there. Esho tries again. Sends it to Kurniawan. Inside now to Brandon. 3 seconds remaining. Brandon spins. Kick out pass. Kurniawan for 3. No. Rebound for Brynatowski.
Good defense there. Good post defense. Way to hold the ground inside. They force a long shot. They get the rebound.
Oh, go ahead 3 for Trayvon Hughes.
And Trayvon Hughes says, ABL, here I am.
Took him a half to get warmed up. Now Brynatowski almost with a steal and the fast break opportunity. But Saigon Heat is called for a foul.
Wow, that is a very, very difficult call. That is I believe, the fourth foul on Bernatowski. That is a, wow, tough call. That looked like a steal and a bucket going the other way.
So the two imports in deep foul troubles in Hughes and Bernatowski. But the more important thing is that they now have the lead. Three-point shot will not work for Jawato as that offense looked rushed for CLS.
Yeah, not a good shot by Jawato. They got two of their imports in foul trouble. Saigon's imports in foul trouble. You should be attacking them and not shooting long threes.
Hughes goes to Bernatowski, kick out pass, three-point shot. It's good!
It's a good shot by Justin Young. Big shot to give Saigon Heat a 4-point lead, and another great play by Trayvon Hughes.
72-68. Tables have turned now as Hurt loses the ball. That's a completed stop for the Heat. Now playing with a lot of fire defensively.
Well, Bernatowski got away with one there. He got caught with his hand. It could have very easily been a foul. It was fifth foul. But instead, it's a turnover. And now Saigon Heat has a chance to extend their lead.
And now the momentum is firmly on the side of Saigon Heat. They have possession, a chance to add. Hughes, another three. But there is a foul away from play. Whistled on Maxi Esho.
Yep, Esho trying to fight through the screen. Got a little bit of too much of the body of Justin Young. Gets whistled for the foul.
Brandon collecting his crew there. Fox takes over with them.
And that's Esho's fourth foul now. Again, that technical foul, that extra personal, affecting both of the imports.
Almost a turnover there. Dangerous pass issued by Dien. But the ball will remain on their side with 13 seconds left in the shot clock.
The Saigon Heat have had a difficult time inbounding the ball from underneath their own basket.
Hughes against Jawato. High ball screen. He goes to Justin Young. Kick out pass to Barone. Barone loses grip. Bernatowski has it now. 1 second remaining. And that shot will not count.
Barone's got to take that shot. He had both of his feet set. Hurt was well inside the three-point line. He had a good look. Instead, he put the ball on the floor, and it results in a shot clock violation.
6 minutes and change left in this contest. The first home game of the Saigon Heat.
Last possession, the CLS Knights made a switch defensively. They put Jawato on Trayvon Hughes to try to slow him down.
Jawato attacks. Good drive coming from Jawato to kill that run and cut their deficit down to 72-70.
Yeah, Jawato's not a shooter. There's no need to be playing up on him.
Barone with a good move inside. And he makes it, kisses it off the glass and in. Look at the pressure that Din is putting on. 3 seconds to cross. Won't wait long, get there in time.
That's the kind of energy that Sang Din brings off the bench. And now, CLS shot clock is under 10.
6 seconds remaining. Brandon, lefty layup is good.
A bright surprise today. Monte Brandon points in the paint from their shooting guard.
Bernatowski goes to Justin Young, misses. That's a good stop for CLS. Brandon Young elevates and scores on the dunk.
A good play by Wong again. Off the turnover, they get an easy one. And we've got a tie ball game, less than 5 minutes to go.
Hughes had the ball swiped away from him, but they recover. Good pass inside, but even better defense coming from Maxi Esho.
That's a good pass by Sang Din and an even better play by Maxi Esho.
Esho refused to be beaten as he recovered for the block. 9 seconds in the shot clock for the Heat.
Both Esho and Bernatowski being aggressive with 4 fouls.
Bernatowski for 3, no. Rebound to Wato.
That was a good look, just didn't go down.
Maxi is fouled by Bernatowski.
Well, they both have 4 fouls, so that's one. Both teams are holding their breath on who's going to get it. But it looks like it's going on Bernatowski.
And Bernatowski be checking out of this ball game for good. He had 18 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists in his first ABL game.
That's one of those bang-bang plays. Bernatowski looked like he was in position, but he might have been moving a little bit back. I think if he holds his ground and sticks his chest out, perhaps that's Esho fouling out.
Esho rewarded for his aggression with the disqualification of Bernatowski and 2 free throws to give the lead back to his squad.
And I could be wrong, but I think that's the 4th team foul as well. So the Knights look like they'll be in the bonus the remainder of the quarter.
Split from the line for Maxi Esho, a 1-point lead for the Knights.
I still like Trayvon Hughes here. It's a mismatch. Jawato's not quick enough to guard him.
That's a foul on Jawato, who gets on the face of Hughes immediately after committing the foul.
We've seen that a couple times from Jawato today. He's an intense player.
Yep.
He plays with a lot of fire.
But he has to be careful not to assess a technical foul at this stage. Could prove to be costly against him.
I still like going to Trayvon Hughes here. Jawato can't stay with him. I feel like Saigon Heat's got to clear the side, give Hughes space, let him make a play, and everybody's got to be ready off the pass.
Going back to that matchup, Hughes against Jawato. Hughes, tough 3-point shot, is gone!
Wow, great defense by Jawato, but an even better shot by Hughes.
What a talented big coming from the import. Who has exploded in the second half of this game. 26 points for him now, as the putback will not work for Hurt. Hughes attacking on the other side, goes to the hesitation. He goes to the corner. No advantage there, as they will kick the ball out to set up the offense. Hughes to the corner again. Then loses the ball to the baseline. That offense went nowhere for the Saigon Heat.
Yeah, Din's got to be ready to shoot that ball. Got to have his hands up high and ready to shoot. That's a good pass by Trayvon Hughes, but Din was a little bit anxious.
How about this guy though? Trayvon Hughes, 3 points in the first half, 23 in the second half. To lead all scorers now with 26 points.
Yeah, he's really coming in his own this game. He's showing that he is the player for Saigon Heat.
One way long. Attacks baseline, the layup will miss as Brandon misses the putback dunk.
Good move, good putback. Ball just didn't go in.
Hughes fouled here by Hurt. The free throws did give Hughes the confidence he needed to explode here in the second half.
When you're struggling as an offensive player, an easy layup, a couple of free throws, that's all you need to get going, and that's exactly what happened with Trayvon Hughes.
Not yet in the penalty.
Once again, you see Trayvon Hughes, he sees the defenders out of position and takes advantage of it.
Hughes gets the ball off the handoff. Another 3-point shot. It's gone!
Another big basket from Trayvon Hughes.
29 big points for Trayvon Hughes. 26 of those in the second half.
And hitting just shot after shot, carrying this team on his back.
These are tough shots with the defense of Jawato all over him. Not a problem for Trayvon, who gives this side a 5-point lead, 80-75, forcing the CLS Knights to call a timeout. 2 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the game between the Saigon Heat and the CLS Knights Indonesia. And a pleasure working alongside BBA champion head coach Kevin Yerkas, as we're being treated to an outstanding affair. Saigon Heat coming alive thanks to the efforts of their main guy, Hughes, who was slow to start, but has been explosive as of late.
Saigon Heat says, we don't want to be the fourth home team to lose on opening weekend of ABL 9.
Hurt. No shot will not work. These shots were falling regularly for them in the first half.
And we like to say in the huddle that basketball is a 4-quarter game. And there's Trayvon Hughes again with another 3. Good rebound by Chris Durker.
Barone attacks middle, loses the ball, regains control. Barone blocked by Hurt. 3-point shot for Young. Will bounce out. Jawato with the board. Jawato attacks recklessly, and he is fouled on his way to the hoop.
Looked like Kyle Barone got fouled there going to the basket. Grabbed his left arm. Resulted in a missed shot. Brandon Jawato with yet another aggressive attack at the basket.
But the big switch coming from the CLS Knights is it is now Brandon defending Hughes.
And he's doing an okay job, but Hughes is in the zone right now. Doesn't
Stretching
matter.
his calf a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you put on him right now.
Yeah.
He's feeling it.
But a huge height advantage for Brandon. Let's see how this matchup pans out. With the final 2 minutes and 8 seconds, 3-point lead for the Saigon Heat. After 2 free throws from Jawato.
Good pressure there by Wong. Now Saigon Heat getting low in the shot clock. It looks like Hughes is going to make another play. Good matchup here. Brandon against Hughes.
Hughes with 29 points in the game. Leaves it for Barone. They go to the corner. 3-point shot for Din. Too strong. Rebound for Jawato. Pushes once again. Jawato rounds into Hughes. Misses the layup. Rebound for Barone.
There's some contact there. No call. Saigon Heat get the benefit of that no call and looking to add under their 3-point lead with just under a minute and a half remaining.
Hughes running the clock down. It beats 4 right now. Hughes goes to the crossover. Pull-up jumper. Rims out. Maxi Esho with the board. They're down by 3. Esho pushing. He settles for the 3-point shot. That's too strong. Hurt with the offensive rebound. And a foul is called here.
And that's going to be free throws for Hurt.
And the foul is called on Hughes. That'll be number 5 on him.
Oh, wow. That's a tough call. A minute to go with a 3-point lead. That's one you got to let go if you're Trayvon Hughes. You got to be conscious of having those 4 fouls.
Bernatowski and Hughes, 2 imports, disqualified from this game for the Saigon Heat due to 5 fouls. But the good news is they're up by 3 points with only a minute remaining, 80-77 as we go into this timeout. Minute remaining in this ball game, an intense one between the Saigon Heat and the CLS Knights in free throw line. They have 2 opportunities to eat up into this 3-point deficit.
Yeah, but a bigger story here is Trayvon Hughes fouling out. Saigon Heat don't have a ball handler. Corey Cilia looks like he's going to be the point guard, and I expect Ryan Rossum and the CL Knights to extend their pressure to try to generate a turnover with Trayvon Hughes out of the game.
9 points and 16 rebounds for Hurt. Decent touch from the mid-range. But he misses the second free throw. Ball will remain though with the CLS Knights. What a good play coming from Brandon.
And a good hustle by Brandon. Give him the extra possession. Down 2. No Trayvon Hughes. This is a big possession for the CLS Knights.
We send it out to Brandon. 14-second shot clock for them. Brandon makes a play, misses. Rebound for Barone. Quickly forward to Cilia. And now they will burn some time off this clock.
Yeah, they're probably going to go Barone, ISO against Hurt. Run the shot clock down as far as you can and get the best shot you can.
Barone for 3. No. And that ball was last touch. They say by Durker, which will give the ball back to the CLS Knights.
Now, this out-of-bounds play is interesting. I would call I would set it. I'd use my big to set a down screen here, get Wong or one of the other guards moving forward, and then I'd throw it inside to the big to try to get a quick one-on-one matchup and an easy score. And that's exactly what it looks like Brian Rossum is going to do.
Wong Wei Long has the ball. He looks for Brandon. They go to the corner to Jawato. Dumping the ball inside now to Maxi Esho. Esho makes his move. Esho tries, but misses. But he gets the ball back. Esho again ties the ball game at 80 apiece. 15 seconds remaining in this matchup. What effort coming from Maxi Esho. First attack was thwarted, but they got the ball back to tie the count at 80 apiece.
Saigon Heat one rebound away from perhaps securing the first home victory of opening ABL 9.
It will be dangerous for the Saigon Heat if this game extends to an overtime period with two of their imports out for good.
Yeah, they really need to get a bucket here.
Here we go. Young handling the ball, looking for options. Only 7 remaining. He makes his move. Young forces it up and in! 2 seconds remaining. Brandon for the win! No! Saigon Heat win at home!
Wow, Justin Young in his debut with the Saigon Heat, his ABL debut, the heralded Viet Q player with a big inside basket to give Saigon Heat their first victory of the season. What a game.
With 2 world imports disqualified, the Saigon Heat go to one of their young guys, a local Justin Young, delivering in the clutch to give his team this 2-point victory. 82-80 is your final score in favor of the Saigon Heat.
Once again, Justin Young struggled all game to get inside baskets. The size and the athleticism and the strength of the CLS Knights, and he hits an absolutely floater off the 6'8" athletic Monte Brandon. What a great game for the Saigon Heat. What a finish for Justin Young. But credit to the CLS Knights, Coach Brian Rossum. They played a great game. They're going to be a formidable opponent here in ABL 9.